That's me.
Yeah. And he's the one who played pro football and not me. I just want to make sure you're
Okay, that I needed help with. I wasn't sure.
But he has been photographed in a towel.
Yeah, he was.
Wait, what?
I heard towel and photograph.
Yeah.
On set?
No. He's
It's
joking
a
because he gave us Old Spice towels, and
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I've spent my life avoiding being photographed in a towel, whereas he goes right toward it.
Nice.
So just kicking it off, as you know, the fan base is very vocal, me included. But what has been the challenges of that, and what's been the pros and the cons of that? Because, as you know, there is such a rabid fan base where we all are very passionate about the show, just like you guys all are. So what's been the hardest part and the best part about that?
For me, it's not that hard because the fan appreciation and the reception from the fans have been really great. I've heard nothing but good things. So for me, I feel like the fans have accepted me as Luke, and they really want to see what I do with the character. For everything else, you'd have to ask Ed.
Well, the most challenging part of doing something that has this passionate fan base is delivering what they're hoping for and being true to the characters and really honoring Cassandra's work, but also delivering some surprises. So we're sort of hoping that the fans will go, well, wait a minute, that didn't happen in the book. Oh, I see where they're going with that. Oh, and it ends up where I'm dreaming that it would end up. That's what we're hoping.
So the show's 13 episodes so far, and the movie is like the first book. So is the 13 episodes?
This is a whole new clean slate. Clean slate. We started from the beginning. We started right from the. You saw the 6 minutes of footage, right? Oh, you missed it? Oh, well, we start right from the beginning. It's a new clean slate, a new take on the material.
And you're staying within the first book and going off on tangents like Maureen coming in.
Yes, but like for instance, we did. It's not tangents so much. It's using Cassandra's characters, maybe in a little bit different combination that you've seen them, but ultimately delivering some of the big moments that everybody's really expecting.
It looks almost like you're hoping to create a new fan base, draw new people in, but at the same time give the old fan base something to look forward to and say, oh, these are characters that you love. They're sort of the same, they're sort of not, but this is exciting, right?
Right. I mean, it's very similar to what's going on with Star Wars, right? They can't count on the fact that I was there for the original Star Wars, but you guys were. So they have to say, hey, here's the new Star Wars. Even if you haven't seen Star Wars, you're going to enjoy this.
Except they're ruining canon, or rewriting canon at least, right?
Well, no, but I mean, here's the truth about canon is that there are various reasons why you would do that. And like, for instance, in Star Trek, he just said, okay, we're doing a time shift and we're having our own timeline. Here, we're honoring the relationships, the characters in the work, especially the big 7 characters.
We saw that. I did see that. But you're bringing other characters that may necessarily not have been pulled into it earlier and giving them a little broader.
Like for instance, this happens in television and films all the time. The character of Maureen has a big part to play in the show at some point, but she was introduced as a fan of the band. So we just put Maureen in the band so that we could get to know that character better, and then whatever happens with Maureen, the big events that happen with Maureen, we'll know her a little better than having just been a fan that was introduced. So that we are heading potentially in the same direction as the book, but we just shifted a little bit with a character that Cassandra already created.
You're trying to make it 6 kind of books at this point, right? Were there certain threads from books 2 to 5 that you really wanted to draw out more, lay out more?
In fact, what we did was there are certain things that we know eventually we're headed toward in many seasons down the road if we're lucky. So we used some of our opportunity to maybe set a few things up. And I think that the really passionate fans will see, they'll go, wait a minute, that happens in another book, and then they'll realize, oh, wait a minute, they're setting up that this could happen in the universe. that's what we're doing.
That's great.
In the footage, there was like a lot of special effects, and I thought that was really cool because ABC Family, now Freeform, doesn't really have that many special effects in their shows.
Well, Stitchers has some
well, it
special
does.
effects,
Like
yeah.
that's like one of the first ones. Chloe King did too, but this
Yeah.
is like a whole new level.
Yeah.
So do you guys feel any pressure? Is there any particular special effect that you had trouble with at first, or you were worried about how it would come off on screen?
Well, we've been worried about all of them. It's really hard on the actors because they're acting to nothing, or sometimes to a tennis ball. So the tennis ball indicates where the eyes are supposed to look, and so they're like having to be frightened and run away from a tennis ball, basically.
Yeah, you don't really know what you're, in terms of special effects, you don't really know what you're shooting. You know what it says in the script, but you don't know what it's going to look like, right? So you just have to use your imagination and hope that I'm pretty sure we nailed most of it.
Yeah.
At least the feedback that I got.
Luke is like a father-like character to Clary. Have you found that you're like that with the rest of the cast, or is it more like a bonding on a peer sort of
on every level, any which way you slice it. There's really been no outbursts or arguments. We get along like almost scarily well. We really get along. We always like have dinner once a week. We go work out together. We go shopping together. It's strange. I've never been around a group where I've been so connected to any one person or any one group like this group that we have here. I mean, at any time I can text any one of them and go, hey, can you do this for me? Or I need this, and they're right there. Especially Pat. Pat is. It blows me away how much she is. She's ready to help you at a trouble.
Matt and Dom thought that they were really ripped until they started working out with Isaiah, and it raised the level of rippedness in the show. So the women fans will appreciate the level of rippedness.
They went for it, and they got it. Especially Matthew on another level.
Alberto, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when they see how ripped Alberto is. I think they're going to be shocked and surprised in a good way.
Yeah, he's like the dark horse. Out of nowhere, he was like, remember that scene in the first 2000 Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where Tobey Maguire looks in the mirror and he's like, whoa, that's like Alberto. Like it's all suddenly just like got all the muscles.
Very cool.
Well, we're excited.
We are.
Yeah, is there a lot of action that we're like?
What?
A lot of shows with action on the show that we were supposed to be racing for?
I will say that occasionally when you get in a fight, shirts get ripped off. I'm surprised how much
It's
it
the
happens
first thing
myself.
that goes.
Yeah, there are beings with claws on the show, so those claws sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they were saying that the weapons got dangerous. Did you have any incidences where you experienced?
For me, the
Dom hits people.
Yeah.
Dom is
was
dangerous with the
wielding
sword.
a sword around me. He did catch me one time across the face, but it didn't hurt though.
You have to
It was
beware
Dom.
of Isabel's whip, of Emerod's whip, and Dom's saber. Yes, saber blade.
Excellent. So you're like a close-knit family. I got slapped across the face.
Yeah. Again, it was dumb, so it didn't really hurt.